Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel and welcome to the second episode of It's the Deep. Today I'm joined by Jordan, my good friend. Jordan, do you want to tell everyone how we met?
No, because it was the worst day of my life. Okay, my name's Jordan. I met Rhiannon because my mate made a move to her, but he done it in a really weird, perverted way, and I felt sorry for her, and we became friends after that.
Anyway, Jordan is going to just briefly introduce himself. What do you do, Jordan?
Me and my mum, we run a charity for learning disabilities, mental health, homeless. Try to help everyone. I'm also a professional wrestler.
I'm just going to quickly tell you guys, in case you haven't watched the last episode, how this is going to work. So I have my trusty yellow bowl here. Now this bowl is filled with, there's a hair on it.
Nice.
Filled with questions that are maybe slightly controversial or maybe quite difficult to answer. And thrown into the mix is a light-hearted question as well, just to kind of lighten the tone a little bit. So I'm going to set the time limit at 15 minutes because otherwise, like I said in the last episode, we would just talk for forever. The last episode was really long. So
It'd get heated, tables would be flipped, cameras would be smashed.
We don't want any damage in this room because it's not
Emotions would be hurt. Don't want that.
Yeah. You can pick first.
Is tradition important? It depends in what context, because tradition to someone who's 60 years old, back in that era, when they would just say our age, 20 to 23, 24, 25, is going to be a lot different to tradition now, because times have evolved. The world's just completely different, you know, there's more people.
I think though it depends on where you are in the world as well.
Of course.
Because in this society, things are very fast moving and they're changing all the time. And like, we're kind of open, well, in London anyway, we're open to new ideas, we're open to embracing different cultures and stuff. Things are fusing together, you know? But I think in other countries, you'll go there and things will be like how they've been for centuries. I think it just depends on where you are in the world. Like, some places are very much stuck in time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's not always a good thing. Like, give you an example in professional wrestling. Years ago, you was only allowed to work for one company. It was called territories. Or like, if you was attached to a training school, you wasn't allowed to train anywhere else. Back then it worked. Now it can't, because there's too many people. There's so many different companies, training schools, and it's very frowned upon to have that kind of tradition, that very old school tradition. Sometimes you gotta evolve. You know?
I think tradition can be good. It can be a nice thing that brings people together, or like, it depends what it is, but I think doing something just because it's tradition, like, there are bad traditions as well.
Yeah,
and I don't think we should disregard them just because, like, oh, we've always done it this way. No, like, things do need to change. Some things that have been going on for centuries, just because they're tradition doesn't mean that they shouldn't change if it's for
like a friend
better.
of mine, Spanish guy, he's engaged to a girl who's African, but he can't tell his parents because it's tradition in that particular suburb of Spain for him to date one of his own. That's tradition according to them, but to the majority of people, especially nowadays, that's not.
It's like hindering someone.
Yeah, and it's very frowned upon, and it's very.
Yeah.
It's kind of discrimination in a way.
I don't think it should inhibit you, is that the right word? It shouldn't hold you back. I think it's nice to have some things, but tradition shouldn't hold you back from doing
Absolutely.
So. My turn. If babies are considered innocent, at what age do people cease to be innocent? Ooh. Do you think people are born evil, Jordan?
I think everyone knows right from wrong.
Yeah?
And everyone has their own choice. It depends how you do it, I mean, or what avenue you decide to take. Because in my opinion, there's no such thing as a lost cause. I know people who've been raised up in terrible families, around gang crime, knife crime, everything, the whole shebang, domestic violence. They still go on to like...
Do you believe that everyone can change?
Yeah, everyone can change, yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely...
To an extent. There's some people who you just look at and you just can't save.
You're just like, oh, they're a lost cause.
Yeah, but everyone has to find it in themselves.
Yeah, they have to do it for themselves. You know, in some religions, children are like evil, and you have to teach them the right way, whereas other people believe that they're born innocent and then they become like tarnished because of the world they live in. I mean, it depends what your religious perspective is or your perspective on humanity, really. I think babies have to be innocent because they don't know that, they don't have that awareness, they don't have that knowledge of the world around them. Even children, I think, like, to some extent, they're becoming more aware and they're gaining more knowledge, but are they capable of making their own decisions? Like, I think it's really difficult, you know, when like people talk about kids that do like crazy stuff like abuse other kids or things like that. I think they're quite extreme because I think surely a child must have gone through something really, I don't know, traumatic for them to behave in that way. Well, it's not common necessarily.
As kids you learn, and if, for example, I'm a 2-year-old, no, a 4-year-old, and just I'm raised in a house which is full of domestic abuse, and I see my dad beat the crap out of my mum, I'm gonna think it's okay in the school playground to start hitting girls or anyone, because obviously you see someone you're around who's raising you to that standard.
Yeah. There's so much debate about like nature and nurture and stuff, but I think ultimately, I don't think children should be like wholly to blame for fucked up shit.
Part of it is parenting.
Yeah, because they're like sponges. They absorb everything. Yeah. They have learned that from somewhere. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it's an inherent thing for them to be evil or sinful, personally. So I don't think there's like an age where they cease to be innocent. Everyone's different, and it just depends on like at what age you like mature, because everyone matures differently.
Absolutely.
And everyone.
Age doesn't define maturity.
Yeah, there's a lot of different factors that play into. Sorry. Breezing through these.
Are we free? Oh my god. Whoever wrote these questions must have had like a major acid trip at 2 in the morning, got a pen and paper and thought, yeah, solid.
Are we free? What do you think?
To an extent. I don't know.
Completely.
Well, no, we all have our own choice to do what we want.
We definitely have choices, but I think we're limited in terms of like doing everything. We can't do everything.
Yeah, we
People
can't
are
go
like,
around.
you can do anything.
No.
It's a lie.
Yeah.
There are limitations.
I can't jump off a 10-story building and survive because it's not going to happen.
No, but you're free to do that.
Yeah, I can't go around murdering people because it's against the law.
But you can do that.
You can do
I'm
that.
not saying you should do that.
Yeah. I can't work in this country without paying tax.
Although some people do.
Some people do offshore accounts, don't they?
I think it just goes to show that because there are people trying to avoid laws and stuff, it just goes to show that we're not 100% free. Like we can technically do anything, but there's always going to be consequences. You're free to do anything, but you have to bear the consequences. So like you can act a certain way to someone, but if you piss someone off and they punch you, then you know.
But we're also like
expected.
not free in our own limitations. Tomorrow I couldn't run a marathon because I physically haven't got the capacity in my lungs to run a marathon or the endurance.
Yeah.
So if I want to run a marathon tomorrow, I couldn't do it. So therefore, I'm not free because of my own limitations. As much as I could be like, oh my god, I need to run this marathon, want to do it, but then just can't do it.
Yeah. You know? So I think the overall consensus is that yes, but to an extent, because there's always going to be something that will hold you back.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You might be able to overcome it, you might not. Deep. Next question. How much do you think names affect the outcomes of people's lives?
Ooh.
This is an interesting one.
Yes. No, I don't think it does.
Not at all.
Sometimes last names have a lot of power to them without you actually doing anything. Like Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, their child, just because the child's last name is West, I believe.
Yeah.
That's gonna give him some power, or like being put on a pedestal ahead of other people and give him way more opportunities because of the value of their last name.
Names obviously tie you to a family, and if that family is notorious for something or like famous in any way, like imagine the Obamas.
Yeah.
That name is instantly recognised across the world. I think also if you have like a kind of a unique name, it might make you stand out a little bit, like because that's the first thing that you tell people when you meet them is your name, and your name is like a part of your identity. So I think it can, not that it's going to necessarily affect your life, but it will.
Like, you're the only Rhiannon I know.
I mean, Rhiannon is a Welsh name, so obviously it's way more common in Wales.
Yeah.
So even that, like in Wales, it's like a normal name, whereas here, people might say, oh, that's a nice, unusual name because it's not common here. But it's just like, there's a difference depending on where you are. And also, if we went to somewhere else in the world where we're like a minority, we would stand out because of our name. Well, also because of who we are, but our name would make us stand out as well.
Yeah.
I think if you have a unique name as well, you might even have a bit of an advantage because say you wanted to make yourself a brand, like that name would stick in people's heads, you know. So I think it can do things for you, but it's not necessarily going to like crazily affect your life.
Yeah, but then also again it can backfire. Like imagine Donald Trump's grandchildren, they're fucked.
Even if you say you're a Trump and you're not even related to Trump, people are going to always probably comment on it.
Yeah,
like, oh, you have the same name as Donald Trump.
Like Donald Trump's nieces could be totally against Donald Trump, but just because of the relation, it will probably affect them at school or university or jobs just because of that.
And people change their names. There are actually people that change their names. Even when we think about like marriage, people change their names to have the same name as their husband, or vice versa, maybe they don't. And that's kind of a big thing now. Like if a lot of people don't change their last name, it's like they're making that statement that they want to keep their name because their name is important to them. Like I think ultimately people's names are important to them because, like I said, it does shape your identity to an extent. You know, some cultures have like naming ceremonies.
Do they?
Or like the whole thing about being named after your father or your grandfather, or being named after someone, or like having a certain like middle name. There's like so many things. It's just that first impression that you give when you meet someone is your name.
Yeah, of course.
That was quick. That went really fast.
I think you need to bump it up to 20.
Do you think? Should we do one more question?
Yeah, go on, bonus question.
Bonus question!
Coke or Pepsi?
Yes, the light-hearted statement.
Oh. Pepsi.
Listen, I don't drink fizzy drinks, but apparently this is a hot debate.
Yeah,
people are like,
heat.
oh, why would you drink Pepsi?
This is where the camera gets broken.
I don't feel strongly about it. You might feel strongly about it.
I don't know, but is it talking about Coke and Pepsi or the other avenues, or is it just shoot full fat Coke or full fat Pepsi?
What would you choose? Why would you choose Pepsi?
I choose Pepsi because Pepsi Max Cherry is fucking banging.
What about Coke Cherry?
I don't know, it's nasty. It's
really?
nothing the same. But then Diet Coke is better. So,
I don't think I've ever tasted Pepsi, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, you're not missing out much. Oh no, it's weird. It's a hard question. Because like they've got like different things about them. Like, I don't drink the full sugar ones, but then the different like diet versions, I don't know, like.
I'm just talking about straight Coke and straight Pepsi. None of this, no sugar shit.
Oh, then it's got to be Coke, innit?
So how are you backtracking now?
Well, if you're saying like the full sugar diabetes, have to take insulin every 2 seconds because you drink one can in your life, then yeah, Coke. If I'm gonna die, I'll drink a can of Coke.
Right, okay, I would choose Coke as well, but I've never tasted Pepsi, so maybe I should taste Pepsi.
Pepsi's alright. It's alright.
Okay, so Jordan, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Anytime.
And guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then obviously give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. Tell us what you think. How would you answer these questions? And also, most importantly, subscribe! Okay, so we'll see you in the next episode of It's That Deep.